In this video, we'll show how we can configure an AWS Cognito User Pool and use it in the Alpha Anywhere security framework. So you can see I'm logged into the AWS console over here, and I'm in the Cognito service, and I'm going to go ahead here and just say create new user pool, and we'll use email as the sign-in option. We'll go ahead and click next, and then we'll accept the defaults for password validation. We'll turn off multi-factor authentication, then we'll go ahead and click next, and then we'll just go ahead here and click next. We'll send email using Cognito. Click next. We'll give the user pool a name. I'll call it Demo 3. We'll use the Cognito hosted UI. So this is the UI that Cognito will show us, where we can enter credentials to log into Cognito. So now we need to enter a custom domain for the hosted UI. So I'll just type in AA Demo 3. And so this domain here needs to be unique across all Cognito instances that are running in Virginia. And so I believe that this is unique. If I go here and type in, so demo is not available, but Alpha Anywhere AA demo should be available. So let's go there. And we're going to need an app client. So I'm going to say, call it demo 3. And we're also going to need to generate the client secret, because we're going to need the secret when we configure Alpha Anywhere to use Cognito. So we'll go ahead and now we can go, and for the callback URL, we'll come back and fill this in later. But in the meantime, I'm going to just go and just type in junk. So we'll come back and replace that with the real callback URL a little later. So I'll go ahead now and that didn't work. So let's go here and type in AA demo 3. So that's available. And then go ahead and press next. So now we're all set now. So we can go ahead now and click create user pool. So this is going to create the user pool. And we'll need to now capture some of the data from this user pool so we can configure Alpha Anywhere. So one of the things we're going to need is this user pool ID. So I'm going to copy this now and store it away. I'll just put it in a text editor so that I have access to it when I need it. So I'll just go to my text editor here and type in user pool ID is going to be that. We're also going to need the hosted domain name. So I'll just go here and type in domain name. We're going to need the client ID, and we're also going to need the secret. So let's go now. Let's go back to Cognito. So we'll go to demo 3 there. We'll go to app integration, and we'll see on app integration, here's the domain. So I'm going to just copy that to the clipboard and then enter that over there, domain name. And the next thing we're going to need is the client ID. So if we scroll all the way down to the app client name, we can see here we have the client ID. So we just copy that to the clipboard. And we'll just store that over there. And the final thing we're going to need is the secret. So I'm going to go here and show my secret, copy that to the clipboard. Now, in real life, you wouldn't want to share your secret with anybody, but I'm going to share it now because it's okay. I'm going to delete this user pool after I've finished recording this video, so that's okay. So I'll go here and store the secret. And the final thing that we're going to need to do is you'll see if I go back to my hosted UI definition here, we need to go and replace the callback URL and the sign out URL with some real URLs. So before we do that, let's just create a new Alpha Anywhere application that uses the security framework and publish that so that we can get these callback URLs. So we're back in Alpha Anywhere now. So let's go ahead here and create a new project. I'm going to just call this one Demo 3, and I'll turn on the security framework. We'll create an extended user information table inside the Northwinds database. And we'll use the image behind the login prompts. So now we have our new app. I'm going to just do a live publish right now so that I can test, so that I can see what the URL of the app is. So I'll go here and say live test, and then go ahead and then run this. So I can see now that my app is running at this URL. So I'm going to copy this URL to the clipboard, and we can now go back to Cognito and configure the callback URL. So we're just going to go and we're going to copy this URL here from the browser address bar to the clipboard. I'll go back to my text, my notepad here, and paste this in, and then just get rid of that part over there. So the callback URL is going to be this domain over there, followed by this special system page called underbar A5 cognito login.a5w. So I'm going to just copy that to the clipboard there and paste that over there. And so that this is my callback URL after we log in from Cognito. And then after we log out, we want to go back and redisplay the login page. So let's go now to Cognito and edit the hosted UI definition and change the callback URL. So we want to go change this now. So I'll say edit, and then I'll go and copy this callback URL. So copy that to the clipboard and then replace this temporary URL with the real one that we want, and then go and add my sign out URL over here. So there we go. So now we've got our sign out URL over here, and we're done. So we can now go and save this user pool. So you can see there's our callback URL for signing in and our callback URL for signing out. So now the next step is to go to Alpha Anywhere and configure the login component to use Cognito. So we're going to go back to Alpha. So we're back at Alpha Anywhere. So we're going to go to the login component. And we're going to go to properties here. And we'll see that what we want to do is we want to turn on Cognito. And then we're going to go and configure it by entering the domain name, the client ID, and the secret, all of which we previously copied from the AWS configuration page. So let's go now and fill these values in from the values that we stored. So we want to go here to the domain, which is this value, and paste that in. Then we need to go next to the client ID and grab that value. And then finally, we need to go to the secret and grab that value. So there's our secret. So we'll grab that value and paste that in. So the next thing that we can do if we want, we don't have to do this, is we can go and export our users. So when we created this sample application here, we created a number of sample users. So you can see we've got user 0, user 1, user 2, user 3, 4, and 5. And user 1 is in a group called administrator. User 2 is in a group called group 2, etc. So what we could do if we want now is export this data to Cognito by clicking this other export button over here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that in the next video.